For breakfast, a corrections officer under arrest, accused of trying to poison an inmate. The latest on that investigation coming up.
And Puerto Rico, still in the midst of recovery, hit with yet another earthquake.
An American hero getting the keys to a brand new home.
U.S. health officials preparing to battle a viral outbreak. The global fight against the coronavirus.
Live from the news station, Fox 35 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Heather Gustafson.
And I'm David Bowden. The big story tonight, a correctional officer accused of putting bleach in an inmate's cup.
The Florida Department of Corrections says it's dismissing Qualisha Williams, an officer at Lowell Correctional Institution. According to the arrest affidavit, another officer says they saw Williams spray bleach into an empty drink cup while preparing breakfast for inmates. The affidavit continues saying after volunteering to hand out meals to the inmates, she allegedly got into a verbal argument with one of the inmates, telling them, quote, "I got something for you," unquote. The inmate was given their tray, but said they could smell the bleach in their cup. The inmate reported the incident to another officer who said they could smell the bleach right away. The Department of Corrections says they take allegations of abuse and mistreatment of inmates seriously and encourage staff and inmates to report inappropriate conduct. Lowell is already the subject of multiple investigations of physical and sexual abuse, including one woman who says she was beaten so badly by guards, she's now a quadriplegic. Williams was arrested, charged with poisoning food or water, and released on a $25,000 bond this morning.
A 5.0 magnitude earthquake hit just off the coast of Puerto Rico today.
We've got team coverage for you tonight. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte is live with more. Stephanie?
Local churches and organizations are working to help families who are leaving the island because they don't feel safe.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. And we continue our team coverage of the very latest earthquake in Puerto Rico.
Fox 35 meteorologist Brooks Tomlin in the Weather Center with more. Hey, Brooks.
Hey, good evening, Heather. David, good evening, everybody. Give you the perspective right now. Here's the map of Puerto Rico, San Juan. Again, today, at least a dozen, maybe 18 or so aftershocks, but the big one came at 3:20 this afternoon, a 5.0 earthquake around the southwest coast of Puerto Rico. We'll keep you updated on any of the latest around here. Take a look at the temperature change compared to this time yesterday. 10, 15, 21 degrees cooler in Ocala compared to this time yesterday. We're in the 50s area-wide, bottoming down in the 40s overnight tonight. If you're headed out this late night or early tomorrow morning, grab a jacket, sweater, or sweatshirt. We're going to start off in the 40s and maybe even some 30s in Alachua and Marion County. Tomorrow's high temperatures, mid to upper 60s with increasing high clouds. No rain tomorrow, but there's rain in the 7-day. We're tracking it coming up.
A big day in the Senate impeachment trial. The president's defense team moving forward with their opening argument.
His lawyers responding to accusations from House managers, including that he abused and obstructed justice. Fox 35's Carolyn Shively reports from Washington, D.C. Back here at home, deputies in Orange County releasing the name of the victim from yesterday's deadly shooting on Goldenrod Road. They said 30-year-old Dominic Bolden was found unresponsive in a car. They say he had been shot by a bullet. That shooting is not the only shooting investigation that's happening in Orange County this weekend.
Fox 35's Matt Trezza reports. A toddler is recovering after getting shot in Marion County.
It's time to cover Florida in a minute. That toddler, police say a sibling accidentally shot at a home in Ocala. Paramedics taking the toddler to the hospital, and the toddler is expected to survive. Police are still investigating.
A car plowing into an Orlando home. Sky Fox was over the scene. Police say that they were trying to pull over a speeding driver, but he took off, crashing into a home near the 408. He was arrested. The
Osceola County Sheriff talking about the Nicole Montalvo investigation case. The governor could decide to move that case to a different district. So far, no one has been charged with Montalvo's murder.
And SpaceX is now targeting Monday for its next launch. The rocket will take a fourth batch of satellites into space. The launch window is scheduled to open at 9:49 a.m.
It's an early morning one. Officers in Fort Walton Beach getting creative as they try to rescue a man stranded underneath a bridge. The officers using kayaks to reach him and paddle him back to shore.
New tonight, a funeral held for William Stephen Knight, the man stabbed to death at a construction site on the Turnpike, reportedly over an argument about politics. Many gathering at the vigil last night at Lake Eola Park. Knight's mother says that she prays everyone will put their political differences aside and learn to agree to disagree. And the outbreak numbers continue.
More countries reporting new cases of the coronavirus. China's president calling it a grave situation as officials rush to slow down the spread of the virus.
And officials trying to determine the cause of a deadly plane crash that killed 3 American firefighters who were helping to combat the Australian brush fires. That and more coming up on Fox 35 News.
This week, Fox 35's Good Day Orlando is kicking off live from South Florida. We'll be your ticket to football, food, and a whole lot of fun. Plus, Jamie and Danielle are showing off some of the hottest, the coolest, and the tastiest things you can do. Beyond just going to the big game, it's Good Day Orlando's super road trip to Miami, starting Thursday morning on Fox 35.
Fox 35 News app is driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Welcome back. A health alert tonight about the growing coronavirus outbreak.
There are now cases in 11 countries, including the United States. Fox 35's Christina Coleman reports.
A news alert now. We're learning more about the 3 American firefighters who gave their lives fighting the devastating brush fires in Australia. One of those 3, a Florida native.
Officials say that the men were in a plane that was dropping water on the fire when, for some reason, that aircraft went down.
A new type of drug is crossing the border into America.
Cartels had previously smuggled marijuana across the border, but as a sheriff explains, with more states legalizing recreational use, the cartels have created something even stronger and more addictive.
And a disabled veteran getting the keys to his brand new pad, a handicap-accessible home, free of charge. We've got that story and more coming up next on Fox 35.
And it's a reminder that it's winter outside. Temperatures running 10, 15, 21 degrees cooler than this time last night. We'll have the full 7-day forecast next.
Coming up tomorrow morning on Good Day Orlando, a big day for local musicians who could return home with their very own Grammy. We talk with them about their road to success. Plus your overnight news and weather. It's all coming up tomorrow morning on Good Day Orlando, starting at 8.
So-called crude oil marijuana is flooding across the border from Mexico to the U.S.
It is one of the strongest forms of THC vaping fluid, and it's proving to be deadly. Fox 35's Stephanie Bennett reports.
All right, good Saturday evening, everybody. Brooks Tomlin of the Fox 35 Weather Center. Didn't take much. Little cool front came on through last night, but we squeezed the moisture out. And in January, with the northwest winds, temperatures running 10, 15, 21 degrees cooler in Ocala than it was this time last night. It's 50 right now in Gainesville, 51 Melbourne, 55 in Orlando. We're bottoming down in the 40s after topping out at 70 degrees today, right near normal. If you thought today was a nice day weather-wise, I think you're going to like what we have this upcoming week. Geico camera on top of the Hyatt Regency Orlando, looking live at iDrive, big time Saturday night. And in the distance, Universal Studios, Rock the Universe, night 2. I think Toby Mac and Chris Tomlin in concert tonight. Right now, temperatures around Central Florida. It's cooling off. 49 at the World Center of Speed. Getting close to the midway point in a couple of hours of the Rolex 24. 45 in Ocala, 55 Orlando, and 52 right now in Titusville. Again, around the southeast, temperatures to the north, cool but not frigid. 38 Atlanta, 43 Memphis. That's the air that's coming into play overnight tonight. So once again, we're going to bottom down into the 40s tonight. And then tomorrow, a little bit different dynamic than today. You see all these high clouds on the satellite coming in our direction. We'll have those high clouds. Now, there's a lot of rain with those clouds, but the rain stays way back to the west towards Texas, Louisiana, and the Gulf Coast. Monday, that rain heads in our direction. We could squeeze out a light shower or two, but most of us stay dry on Monday, and then Tuesday, more of the same as we start to really enjoy some really nice conditions across Central Florida. Nothing too hot and nothing too cold. We stay seasonal. Matter of fact, normal high temperature this time of year, 72 degrees. We're going to have high temperatures in the upper 60s, low to mid 70s, all the way through the forecast period. Now, we do have a slight chance of a little shower almost every day. Wednesday, maybe about a 30% chance, but the best chance of rain comes next Friday and Saturday as what could be a pretty soaking system comes through Florida.
Well, a veteran loses his leg in Iraq. Now he's back home.
Carpet, small doorways, and bathrooms all making it very hard for him to get around his current house in his wheelchair, but he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. An organization stepping up to make life back home a whole lot easier.
And the man accused of killing his family is no stranger to violent crime.
But first, saving you some cash in the Fox 35 Pump Patrol. Look at this gas, just $2.26 a gallon. This is over at the 7-Eleven on Goldenrod Road and Lake Underhill Road in Orlando. Fox 35 will be right back.
Live from the news station, Fox 35 News at 10 starts now.
All right, now here's a story that will put a smile on your face. An American hero getting a brand new home.
Check this one out. Fox 35's Matt Trezza reports.
Tonight, we are learning more about Anthony Tout, the man accused of killing his wife and his 3 kids. When he was 4 years old, we learned that he witnessed a hitman trying to kill his own mother, and that hitman was hired by his father, who was having an affair.
Young Anthony Tout, 4 years old, was awakened by the noise from the gun, woke up, and actually saw this happen. Miraculously, a neurosurgeon saved her life. He was a toddler. I'm sure he was traumatized by this incident.
Something else he was dealing with more recently, he was being investigated for Medicare fraud back in Connecticut. He is now in Osceola County Jail with no bond. Local artists getting a chance to have a song featured on the big screen.
Now they also have a chance to accept an award on a big stage. We're talking to those musicians and listening to their Grammy-nominated song.
Never miss a moment. Instant breaking news alerts and live video delivered direct to you. Watch anytime, anywhere. The Fox 35 News app. Download today.
Orlando International Airport just won the top spot as the best, largest airport in the U.S. This is according to a recent USA Today study revealing passenger satisfaction all across the country. Other top airports, Tampa International, they take second place right behind OIA, followed by Dallas, Minneapolis, and Denver, rounding out the top 5. Whether it's for a quick weekend getaway or a 2-week vacation this summer, there are some tips and tricks to use before you book your next vacation.
Tri-Fox Steve Noviello talks with an industry expert to guarantee you save big bucks on every getaway.
All right, good Saturday evening, everybody. Brooks Tomlin of the Fox 35 Weather Center today. Tons of sun, but now with the clear skies, the humidity's dropped and the cool front came on through late last night, a week from tomorrow. So we'll fine-tune that forecast as we go through the next few days. But once again, the next good rain chance we have in Central Florida next Friday into next Saturday. But even that 40% chance, we're going to have to really track that rain. 69 tomorrow, no chance of rain. Again, some high clouds coming into play. It'll be a cool start, lows in the 40s, but again, high temperature near normal, and high temperatures stay right near normal all the way through this upcoming work and school week.
All righty, thanks, Brooks. Well, they've been partying all day in Tampa.
Yeah, and they're probably still partying tonight. Fox 35's Jordan Bowen reports from Gasparilla 2020.
All right, coming up, Elio is fired up at the Rolex 24. The Pro Bowl finishes practices ahead of tomorrow's game, and a ton of college hoops. It's all coming up next in the Fox 35 Sports Zone.
Fox 35 weather, brought to you in part by the Orlando Sentinel. Fox 35 News is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan.
Well, if you're thinking about making a trip up to Daytona for next year's Rolex 24, may I suggest making sure you're there for this. Sports car racing at night really is a thing of beauty. The Rolex 24 now into its 9th hour or so as we speak. The green flag dropped 16 points from Andrew Nemard, but they can't overcome #1 Baylor 72-61. FSU almost falls apart late, but holds on to beat Notre Dame at home 85-84. Farmers Insurance Open. That's it for me. We'll be right back after this.
By the way, happy Lunar New Year.
Hey, thank you so much. To you too.
It's the year of the rat. And thank you so much for watching us tonight.
The news never stops on Fox35Orlando.com. Have a great night.